Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Lips. It's your girl, Miss Mouthy, the Lips of Detroit. So, y'all know what the fuck it is. If you come back this week to pop your shit with your girl, thank you. If you are a new set of Lips, thank you for tuning in. This is a Miss Mouthy podcast. And today, a special shout out to our sponsors at the Black Trans Fund for always investing into my program and what I'm doing in the community, but specifically the Black Joy Edition. I think with this month being June and all the things, I wanted to entitle this episode Mindful Manhood because it's Man Awareness Mental Health Month. And I had two brothers come into the studio today to talk about mental health and Blackness and what it looked like for them navigating all those things and their own platform themselves. So, with that being said, introduce yourself, special guest.
What up, though? I'm CMC Guapo.
Top of the grind. I'm doing fine. Hope y'all are as well. True Avery here.
Okay, period. And together, y'all make.
We are the Personal Perspective Podcast, where it's your perspective, so it ain't personal.
You hear me?
Okay. Okay, period. So thank y'all for being here today and like just all the things. But how are y'all feeling?
I'm splendid.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Okay, good, good, good. So when you hear the words like mental health, what comes to mind for y'all? Oftentimes, do y'all talk about y'all mental health often, or is that something that y'all feel like y'all have to suppress?
Well, for me, I work in the mental health world, so for me, it's becoming the native language to me.
Okay.
Basically, when I think about mental health, I think about all the people that don't ain't aware that mental health is a disease, but it's curable. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So a lot of people shy away from help at all. A lot of people shy
that's
away
true.
from discussions. But as I've been getting deeper into my work, I've been learning that a lot of people are starting to come to the forefront of it because the conversations are starting to be had, the stigmas are away from it. And you know me, I'm just trying to push the needle to make sure everybody at least got somebody to talk to.
Period. I agree. I
No,
agree.
definitely. And I always try to like play devil's advocate, especially because of my personal group.
Okay.
Everybody is aware of mental health, but I still understand that certain people, when I'm displaying mental health,
Yeah.
I bring up a story about a therapist. There's still certain reactions from black people with there, and it's kind of getting to the point to where it's like, all right, I don't know why nobody in your group is going to therapy, or I don't know
Yeah.
why nobody is around you telling each other, bros, I love you, but it's pretty normal for me. But I get the sentiments that it's not for everybody else, and that's really what it is, because it is, like he said, a disease is something that's not talked about enough and not played into all the intricacies that really come from it. Like everything boils down to where you come from and what you've been through and why you acting the way you acting right now.
Yeah, that's very true. Like literally before I got here, I was on telehealth with my therapist and trying to hurry up and squeeze in my hour before being here. But like therapy is something that's been really helping me throughout my journey. But tell the people a little bit about y'all platform and y'all podcast and how y'all came about and what y'all talk to on there.
Like he said, the Personal Perspective podcast is literally just that. Like
Okay.
we're not just sitting there constantly shoving our ideas and our ideologies down our throat. I mean, down your throat. It's bringing up topics and scenarios and just going around letting people know other people. Basically, you're not wrong for thinking how you're thinking, because
Yeah.
right and wrong doesn't exist. Like he said, don't take nothing personal. As soon as you get to arguing, we realize
Yeah.
you're not ready to hold a conversation, and then we just have been watching the transition from 2 hours of arguing to now where it's like when people come on arguing, it's like, all right, well, we gotta boot this dude, bro.
Yeah. And then from a cultural aspect, we thought about like we all black men trying to make it somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
the thing about it is if we can't have a valid conversation, because everybody got different walks of life, everybody come with different perspectives, obviously. So sometimes you're getting taught something, sometimes you're doing the teaching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me, I come from in the entertainment aspect too. So I always like to hear other people's opinion on certain things, like your favorite rapper. I feel like that's a generational conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's your favorite movie, favorite actor, favorite black person, who your leader is, you know what I'm saying? And I like to dive into conversations today. I like to keep the people talking, because I'm gonna have something that I personally go through or somebody I know go through, so I can bring
Mhm.
scenario to the conversation. So what we provide is it's a place to kick it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when everybody, man, we got people from all over the world tapping in though.
Yeah.
Like people from Germany, Africa, you know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
that.
Sometimes it be late night there, early morning here, and vice versa, you know. But I love the people that's tapping in, and like I tell everybody, I don't got fans, you know. I got
Yeah.
supporters, man. I need them just as bad as they want me, you know. So
No, for real. And I think that's even in this industry, one thing that I strive for is to like make those meaningful connections with folks and like really invite other people on that like my audience can gauge with, because there's going to be some young black man that can benefit from the conversation and the platform that y'all be having that I can't necessarily.
Provide to them.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? So, and with that being said, you do a lot of work in the community. So
yeah, I do.
that's originally Mouthy Moment. That's how we met. Tell the people a little bit about the work that you do in the community and all the things.
So I do a lot of outreach. I'm a certified community health worker. So I advocate for a lot of underprivileged or underspoke for communities. By me, I'm 29. I'm the youngest in a lot of rooms I'm in.
Yeah,
Um, I'm navigate through this because you know I got knowledge in harm reduction from a personal lens. You know, I dealt with grandmothers that did drugs my whole life, so I understand what it feel like when somebody bashes somebody you love.
yeah.
Um, from a violence intervention, I've been shot before, so I can come at
Okay.
it from the person behind the gun and in front of it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And then like one thing I wanted to teach myself along my journey was empathy for other people. You know,
yeah,
growing up, you know, you feel like when you're in survival mode, it's you for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And as I got older and I got daughters,
yeah,
so I'm trying to learn to love a little harder, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And I've been moving like that. Like my voice is always appreciated in a lot of rooms I'm in because it's not a lot of black men doing the work that I do, you know.
yeah,
And at the end of the day, like I started as community service, but I started to dive in it. I started to get certified. I go to conferences. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't about the check for me.
yeah.
Like
Tell me about it.
I still be blown away that there's resources out here we didn't know about. It's and it's been going. There's funds out here that we could have acquired, but we didn't know about. And my conversation difference from even policies and grants like that went over my head a couple years ago. So now it's like I'm in the front of conversations. I've been on
Yeah,
panels with colleges, U of M, Wayne State, the WC3. I've been next to published authors and all type of stuff. And as me as growing in this, it's sometimes wowing, like, because I don't know who these people is, man.
no,
You know what I'm
for
saying? I'm in
real.
these rooms
Yeah.
and you see how I move in them, but at the end of the day, my main purpose is making a better world for my girls, and that means everybody else kids that live in that world, my girls gonna have a better world off the work I'm doing.
Yeah, I commend that 100%, especially because when we think of like this work and this movement, they don't see a lot of faces like y'all unless we're talking about like Black Lives Matter movements or something that has to do with incarceration. So when I see young black men in rooms and spaces, not only can they show up and like be align with me and like my politics and invite me in spaces and I can invite them in spaces. But we both try and kind of have that same ideal around like we all supposed to have access. We all supposed to be able to like get what's rightfully owed to us in a way. You know what I mean? What's your perspectives on community engagement and things of that nature?
I've always looked at it as a situation where growing up, it's one of the things where I couldn't tell you what was wrong. I just knew something wasn't right.
Yeah.
So I've always been that person. I've always thought about the bigger picture. It's always been I knew where I was going at the end of the day, and maneuvering is just learning all the things that come with it, and then watching people around you. I always view my life as I've been in the back of the line for years, for purposely to watch what other
Yeah.
people are doing, and then throughout the years, right? I feel like the way that your life goes, it's always been that way, right? You don't fall into community service.
Yeah.
You look up and you've always been helping people, right?
That's true.
So like even then, like in college, where we start throwing parties, and I didn't want to be looked at as a party crew. So then every morning we got up before we did a party, we did community service or we did
Oh, I
study
like
tables,
that.
right? And then diving from there with just me understanding that I can't really do nothing by myself, right? I plan my whole life out. Oh, what's going to happen when you get a minimum wage job and you pay all your bills? How you going to budget this and budget that? And it's like that don't even sound right. It got to be something else. Like got to be more. And then diving in there, it's like it's a whole lot more.
Hmm.
It's a whole lot more. It's like all right. And then the more you learn, once again, it's like I'm trying to learn what I'm into and teach what I've been through. Like after you learn something, you want to bring it back to the people, right? And then you start learning like everybody can't resonate with. And it's like you got to just show them,
Yeah.
because from what we know, you can become a basketball player, you can become a rapper, and like
Yeah.
these are skills that we all have inside of us. It's just you. I've never really cared to hoop. You feel me? I can run. You
Right.
feel me? Like I've all like everybody got these talents, but it's like, what's your purpose for the world?
Yeah.
So I've just been maneuvering through life. I said, yeah, I'm cool with this, but what's my purpose for the world? And I realized I'm the one that's supposed to be in the back bringing people together at the end of the day.
Yeah. You know what I love is like when I watch black men collectively come together, whether it's for healing, learning, whatever, because I could say something all day. None of my male friends hear me. Like it don't translate. But let another black man say it to him the exact same way or similar, he can hear it. So I guess my question to both of y'all is what do y'all think it takes for a healthy environment for black men and young boys to express themselves, whether it's emotionally or just like mentally about what they could possibly be going through?
I feel like the thing is like in our communities we don't have a lot of leadership,
Mm,
um because a lot of men, if we gonna just think in a black community, you got a man that works all day so he don't really engage in his household, or you
yeah,
got a man that doesn't work all day and he causes problems in his household. You know what I'm saying? Then
that's
you
true.
got the in between. So I feel like a lot of you got to somebody got to take control, but you got to understand influence. You can have good influence or bad influence, but you
Yeah,
got to understand that. And from like in if you rule with love, right? Like if I'm a man and I'm treating everybody on the block like they my kids, right? As they grow up, they gonna love me. So one day I gotta be a kid again. That's you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And when I need somebody to take care of me, they gonna be like, well, Mr. Guap was the, you know what I'm saying? He used to buy me ice creams, or they gonna a bare minimum take care of me. They gonna
hmm,
make sure ain't nobody throwing stuff on my grass. They gonna make sure if
right.
I fall, they gonna call the police immediately, like if I'm old or something like that. So that's the type of you gotta put seeds into the ground. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And a lot of men, they like if you get a positive one, you gotta give them his salutes, because it's a lot of them that's gonna tell you go pick up that gun and go get you a bag, but they don't
Yeah,
tell you like, hey bro, you kill somebody, you getting life, and
yeah,
they gonna do you bold in there, or they don't be like, hey, one of your little cousins could find this sack and OD and they're gonna charge you with the murder, bro. You know, all you was doing
yeah,
was trying to, you know what I'm saying? And it's always an alternative way. We don't know the alternative way. We don't know it's another way. So that's where the experienced black man, because a lot of guys go through stuff, turning around and everything. But that's why experiential wealth. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't pay for some stuff. Sometimes you gotta go through it to know it. But it's always a message in your mess, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. You're right. You want to add anything to that or?
I mean, he be hitting on the nose
Okay, period.
at the end of the day. Only thing I can really say is just be the light that you want to see, right? Everybody sit around and go through stuff, but nobody want to be the one to open up and be like, bro, I really ain't even feeling it today. You feel
Yeah,
me? Like my light's about to be turned off. You feel me? Because
yeah.
everybody go turn to me like,
Real,
what? And then
real,
it's like, no, like my light's about to be turned off. And like even
real.
from there, like diving into this world where you do it, and then now your man's like, damn, bro, me too.
Yeah,
But now he just seen the whole group come together and throw 30 on your lights, and he don't want to be like, oh yeah. And it's like, bro, like if we're constantly doing this, I'm about to throw my 30 back in the pot tomorrow. You
mm-hmm.
feel me? If you need it, you feel me? But it's nobody want to hold their hand out because we were taught that's not what we were supposed to do.
Yeah,
And everybody needs help. But also in that same aspect is learning that you're supposed to be helping yourself. But the more that you learn how to help yourself, you realize if I help the world will help me. So as I maneuver through life right now, I'm literally telling you, like, my life
yeah,
peachy. You feel me? Like, I'm not really tripping on nothing. Anytime I need something, I just like, damn, who
yeah.
I'm about to call? Like, I even thought about it last night. Like, dog, tomorrow I ain't do it today. Dang, I was about to call everybody on my phone, but I send me $3 real quick and see if I can come up with a quick 2 bands. You know, just to
Right.
see if I could do it. And it's like I wasn't gonna feel no type of way when I told everybody, yeah, I just got 2 bands. So
So y'all don't have to answer this, but I'm just curious. What is one of the earliest childhood memories that you have that's like traumatic or triggering that you can't seem to get off? Because the reason why I ask that, because I have dated or known guys who have this memory and like they never want to talk about it. And it's just like I don't know how to help you through that. Like of course I'm not no therapist or no professional, but when you really love and care for folks, it's just like some shit never leaves you. Like even myself in general, like with mental health, like certain things just never leave y'all. So is there a moment or a memory y'all can recall that still like lingers with y'all?
I mean, I think everybody, you gotta just be open and honest with yourself.
Hmm.
Every time you're out of your comfort zone, Every time somebody make you raise your voice, you feel me, you got to analyze why that is. Are you
Mm,
excited? Are you having fun? Are you being triggered? Right? But when people don't know what triggers are, they don't know what they mean.
yeah.
Right? And it happens all the time in conversation. Like I'm triggered when I feel like people cut me off
Okay.
because growing up, I had a stutter. I always felt like my words didn't matter. People didn't listen to me. You feel me? Whenever I
Mm,
opened up, they just kept waiting on me to finish up.
yeah.
Now that I've learned how to talk, I want you to listen to what I have to say. Right? So even when I dive into a situation where you don't think you're calling me stupid, you don't think what you're doing is something that's affecting me, but I had to realize that I'm doing that to myself. You never called me stupid. You
Mm-hmm.
never said my words didn't matter.
Right.
I told myself that. So I think everything in your life, whenever you get to that point, it's like, bro, if I just said something about me, like whenever I'm talking to myself. Y'all just listening,
Yeah.
right? So from there, if you feel a type of way about something I'm saying, I know that's one of your triggers. As soon as you look at me some type of way, as soon as you boom, boom, and it's like you may not be ready to open up about that,
Mm.
but you may not know why that is.
That's
You
true.
gotta do that
Look
shadow
at
work to figure out why
you.
you tweaking a little bit. But
Yeah.
everybody got something, and sometimes it boils down to one thing, and sometimes it boils down to a whole plethora of things. And it's just about you being open. Like you can't help nobody if they ain't kind of
Yeah.
talking about what's going on.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna keep
Yeah.
dealing with because I'm all right.
Thank you. That's a good perspective to like have.
I would say, so I'm from Southwest, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I'm from a melting pot where I grew up harder than hard. Like if you know anything about aces, you know it's a 1 through 10. I got a 9, and the only reason I don't got a 10 because my mom and daddy wasn't ever married.
Mm.
So if we just look at it from that perspective, you could scientifically I had a hard life. You know what I'm saying? But I seen a lot of stuff that I was desensitized to early. You know, my mama oldest kid. My mama had me young. My daddy oldest kid. You know, I grew up on my daddy's side. My daddy was in prison. My uncle went to prison. My auntie went to prison. You know, my grandma did drugs, but she was really like my guardian at one point. You know what I'm saying? So I know what it's like to be out here picking up bottles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know what it's like to go steal from the store. Like I know what it's like to go walk to the liquor store and get they chicken that they got in the freezer. And you know what I'm saying? Like I live like that. I ate polished meat. I done did delivering rice. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So all that stuff kind of for me as you growing up, because I feel like when I was growing up, I used to wonder why, like why this
Yeah.
like this, why this like that. You know what I'm saying? And prior to that, I was in a foster home, so I had a white foster mama. So from me getting out the foster home and moving in, my daddy family was like an adjustment. You know, and as I grew up, you know, the memories start to fade, but you know, like this not normal. Like I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
So I was like smarter than my cousins. Like we'll be in the same grade, but they 2 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? And they be like, "Oh, you think you better than you know what I'm saying?" And
Yeah.
then my mama got her stuff together. We get my mama, so we live out in Oak Park, and then but we come over here. They think we better. So I had to adjustment that. Like, so I really had to navigate through. Like, do I want to be a good person? Because they ain't gonna like me if I'm good.
Yeah.
But it's like shit. If I do better, it really took me to be grown to even think the good better route. But back then it was like shit, I was blending in. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
Cause
for real.
because it's like if you look at it like a dog in the rut and the litter, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna blend in or they gonna do you know what I'm saying? So it's like I became accustomed to my environment.
Yeah. Like my memory is always like the first time I ever seen my dad hit my mom. Like I never forget she had on a white gown, and that just changed my perspective. Like it, even though I know I had equal love for both of them, to see my dad lower his standards and hit my mom, and not even knowing the context of what it is to know that she was like my main provider and all those things, I just always like side eyed it. And then when I got older to even like date, like one thing I just do not play with is like domestic violence. Like, and I know shit happens in relationships, but
Now,
like
did
you,
you see like how many of those traumatic events did you see throughout
my
up until
childhood.
you was like 15?
Yeah, like all the time, like all the women in my family
Like you
have
kept
been
seeing them
battered.
back to
Yeah,
back to
so
back
it's
to back.
like it made me be like, first of all, how is this love? How do you go back to that situation? But when you so young, you don't know all the components of like financial play that go into it, control, the kids, like all of that shit plays a part in it. But all I could think of was like, he hit you, like he don't love you. And just seeing it in black and white. But as I navigate the world and like people just be like, Mouthy, you gotta like open up. And I'm like, romantically, the way I process love is that like a man gonna either love you too less to hit you or he gonna love you too much to hit you. And I've never seen a black man really love a woman in a way where he didn't resort to hitting her because he don't know how to maturely express what he could be going through in triggers. And what I've always seen was her just trying to love and like support whatever he's working through. But I could be wrong, but I
But
know for me, like that's weird.
and try to think about it in this perspective. I'm not saying the right or wrong, but I'm
No,
just
no, no.
thinking like, all right, so as a black man, you got a off the dribble. As soon as you turn 18, you got a weight on your shoulder
You made it
instantly,
to 18.
huh?
You
Like,
said
You
what
make if
age?
you make it to
I'm
18,
gonna say, shoot,
15.
you go ahead. I'm just let you.
but
Okay.
so I say by that you grown, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So you supposed to have everything you didn't magically have at 17. So you supposed to have a house, car, you know what I'm saying, a
Yeah.
job. If you going to school, you need to be there because if not, you need to be doing something that's generating enough money for you to live like the rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you constantly like, and then I say like you're a black man with a family.
Yeah.
You consider a failure because you don't even have the bare minimum things that you're supposed to have. That you're supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? And some relationships you are constantly reminded of that, and then sometimes you got like, imagine if the constant reminder is there with you every day, constantly, 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 and it ain't even got to be financial. It could be you make more money than me, so you constantly, 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 constantly remind me. I feel like in a black man get it the worst, you know, because it's like if a black man cry, he instantly loses masculinity.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
depends on who he cries, he'll never get it back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If he love you and display love, you're gonna question his love. You're gonna think that he doing something that he not supposed to be doing because he love you, or
Mm-hmm.
he's displaying his love. You know, so it's like, damn, if I sure, or you could love too much and she gonna throw all that love out the window and
That's
get
true.
monkey dragged by somebody that's less than you just cause
Not
you
much.
you will be considered what they consider a sucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all you doing is showing affection. So a lot of men move with affection out of their whole little nothing. That's not even part of their aura. You know why? Because if I do this is like literally walking and letting you stab me in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Because soon as I let this guard down, it's like I get hit with the worst. So I always got to keep that shield of bare minimum that. So that taking that into relationships, you know, you kind of tend to when you do get some real love, you don't know how to express it. You don't know how to feel for it. It's foreign to you. Then it's like, damn, it's too good to be true. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because that's the situations you've been in. If you did a poll, right, and you asked 100 black men, how many good women have they met? And I bet you the number ain't gonna be 10 or better.
All right. I'm gonna do a poll on that shit though. Okay, so with that makes me ask the question, where did y'all learn y'all examples or y'all role models for how to do love and how to experience relationships?
I'm gonna be real with you.
Sitcoms.
Sitcoms. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't never feel like I felt the example of love. Like, I guess if like I ain't never had a relationship that I could say, like, looking back on it was like, because they were all, I feel like I ended all my relationships because I was the person that fucked them up. You know what I'm saying? I was the bad person in the relationship. And it's just because I ain't know no better. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, and I was in the streets too. So it's like, you got to understand, just because you want me to hug me and hold you tonight, I can't. I got to get to it. You know what I'm saying? And a
Mm,
lot of stuff is like, I'm pushing you away because sometimes it's safer for you that way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Sometimes it's like, I've been in a relationship where I had a girl that was doing the best and gonna be the best when she get to where she going. But I knew I had to let her go for her to fly. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Mm,
wasn't doing nothing. I was gonna be an anchor. I was gonna be cement in the water, you know? And a lot of that. So for me, I feel like I learned love having daughters.
yeah.
My oldest daughter is 3 years old, so I'm learning love. But prior to that, like I was out here just like love is a I got you see it's broken heart on the chain. Like I like love.
Okay.
I had to realize that at the end of the day, everybody love, but it's like to the degree that you choose to love, and because we were never taught by people who were never taught by people who were never taught.
Okay.
It's how do you create this, right? Even me, like when I say sitcoms, I mean I watched my parents, and then I watched the people up the street argue, and I watch them argue, and then you take all that, and then you look at the sitcoms, you look at the movies, you decipher from. I picked and plucked my life from everybody
Mhm.
else's life I seen. Like I said, I sat in the back of the line and waited.
Yeah.
I watched this, I watched that, but even then, you can't avoid the lessons that you need to learn. Period. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why I don't dive into the tit for tat. y'all go back and forth all day long trying to figure out who got it worse, who did who more.
That's true.
At the end of the day, y'all both fucked up. At the
Mhm.
end of the day, y'all both are hurt. And it's from there where you learn the lessons like, okay, I did do things in my relationship that I could have did better, but so did she.
Yeah.
And because we know that, why talk about any of them? Why not just discuss what we can do moving forward, right? And then once you truly learn your like I said, it goes back to your triggers, and it goes back to who you are as a person. Do you care about affecting other people, or are you just a person that says, you know what, I am who I am, I'm happy with it? Me, like I said, I had to learn I'm a speaker, and with that, why am I talking if the person I'm talking to don't hear me?
Yeah.
Why am I talking if the person I'm talking to ain't trying to hear me? Why am I talking if the person I'm talking to don't want to hear me? I have to phrase things in a certain way to make you get it. I have to be able to speak to philosophers and children of the same. You feel me?
Yeah.
And even when I'm talking to a 40-year-old man, I can't let him know I'm speaking to him like I speak to my 3-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
I gotta
real.
speak it in a certain way where he feel like he helping me because he want to be the know-it-all.
Mm. Okay, so maybe like a year or so ago, I had a young lady on. Shout out to her. Hey, Kriya. And we were talking about what dating was like for Black women in today's society. But we got a lot of black backlash about what we said and things of that nature. So I'm not gonna go too deep into it. But as Black men, do y'all feel like y'all are heard or supported by Black women? And if not, what could women do a little differently or better, i.e.?
You want to tag it first?
Let me call Hayes. But, no, I think at the end of the day, it's learning your partner, right? As we know, some men are more sensitive than other men, right? Some men, like, even though we know how we grew up, we know what we were taught.
Mhm.
It is some dudes out here who were taught it's okay to cry. You feel me? And then we grew up to look at them boys as sissies. You feel me?
Mhm.
We talked
Mhm.
about them. You feel me? Now I can't tell you how to deal with him. I
Yeah.
can only tell you how to deal with me. Right. So from this, you have to learn your partner. When I come to the crib, I'm not trying to talk if I just had a long day. I don't really care what's happening in the house. Unless we got to leave the house because it's on fire, give me 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it's like, I don't care how you feel about that. But also in the same aspect, when you learn your partner and it's like, damn, she might have had, like, what's her role? What's her job? You feel me? Especially right now, as we're diving into all these 50-50 conversations and boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And then it's like everybody went through stuff. All men has a certain personification that, for the most part, be true. When we sum it up and sit around, all men, it's like, yeah, all women do this. And it's undeniable. So now every time we talk to a woman, we ain't trying to hear nothing you saying because we already convinced ourselves it's true.
Yeah.
And y'all got the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I feel like, all right, so I feel like women put unnecessary standards on men. Like a girl will want a guy that got 6 figures in a car that got 200 on the dash, but she don't own a car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This girl works at McDonald's, but she expect you to have 6 figures. Like where they do that at? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you got to look your. Like I feel like women don't look themselves in the mirror unless they put makeup on. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Like so, like I give you a prime example. Like you could do you could do everything in your possible. Like you could literally. I ain't never had to do this, but sell plasma, right? To
Right,
buy this
right.
girl a gift. But
Okay.
it ain't what she wanted, or it wasn't of value. Like this little, you feel me? Like
Yeah.
what? But you don't you don't did everything you possibly could. I feel like if the shoe on the foot and a woman does all that, you get a Tyler Perry movie out of it. You feel me? You gotta, there ain't nothing and there ain't nothing, but I feel like everything is 50-50.
And that definitely is one of those things. Like I say, all men can sit around and say, no, bro, we didn't try to open up and express ourselves, let you know, well, when you do this, you be like hurting me. And but women don't take
And
accountability,
then
right?
think it's like you playing. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, can I ask y'all? I just gotta play devil advocate because I hear what y'all saying, and the only thing that keep resonating in my mind is about how men select women, right? They select a lot of, and I could be wrong for your instance, right? But majority of the men that we have sat back and watched, we have had to be the girl that men come to complain about when they selected the other girl, right? Not the one that was good for them, not the ones that was going to be supportive and the McDonald worker and was realistic with her expectations and all the things. Y'all went for Becky with the big beauty and the ones that's like the Instagram model, and nothing wrong with that. But you can't be mad with what your selection was because you were only thinking about the physical.
Right. So let me ask you this question before I
Okay.
answer. how old is this guy you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because that plays a big factor. Like I could say in the beginning, I ain't never had an ugly girlfriend. I could probably say that. Like I mess with a lot of girls that's from Oakland County, and they had more than me, so I could probably be like, I ain't never had a broke girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like growing up, they doing good for themselves now, and I'm on the playing field with them now, so I didn't lose. Like I don't feel like
Yeah.
when they lost me, it was a loss because I'm a vibe you can't replace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I'd have put that into his perspective like this, yeah, a lot of dudes do mess up, but some people gotta grow. You know what I'm saying? Some people gotta grow. Everybody ain't gonna just be instantly lovers. Everybody not gonna be an instant provider. Like that is not how it works. But I feel like maturity plays a big deal in any relationship you in. Whether you know what I'm saying, because like think about it like this: it's 40-year-olds that's still playing, but it's some that feel like I don't want to play no more. But when you in your early 20s, teenage years, sometimes you ain't even thinking about the end result because you living for the day.
Yeah. Well, I'll say like we in our 20s. So if I go back to my dating profile in my 20s, I don't know what it was about 20 that made me feel like I needed to be in a relationship. Like I needed to find someone. It was, I guess we have this concept as women that by a certain age we supposed to be doing this and your life's supposed to look like this, especially 27 was my mark. Like 27, I had to be married, I had to have it all figured out. But that's still so young. And when I think about all my partners that I were pursuing at that age, they wasn't growing. They wasn't nowhere near mentally where they should have been, and I wasn't financially where I needed to be. You know what I mean? So to even take that on and like be that young love, and I don't know if we were comparing it to like my grandma or my mom age, where it's like high school sweethearts, and like if you be with too many men, you a hoe. Um, but now being in my 30s, it look a lot different because you want to date, but also when you like kind of put that pressure on the guy to say, hey, we need to court. Like you really got to take me out. They feel like you're a gold digger because you're applying this thing to want to like show me your seriousness. You
And
know
you
what I
know
mean?
why? Because you want to be courted, but you got stipulations of where you can go to be courted. So let's say like this, like our prime example, right?
Okay.
You'd be like, yeah, I met a girl. We both worked at McDonald's. I was 18 years old, and she put this in my head, and she was a little couple years older than me, so I felt like she knew something. You feel me? Because she hung with older women that
Right.
was like financially teachers. One is like the board of directors for Detroit public schools now, like,
Right.
and they was in she like teachers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And the girl was like, one of her homegirl's boyfriend, he was getting money. He was like, if they can't afford to take you to get a steak, they can't take you out. So when she hit it with me, I'm like, damn, I can't take her out unless I could afford a steak. Now, mind you, I work at McDonald's. Like, shit, I could really get you some Applebee's and you be good.
Yeah.
But so with that mentality, it's a lot of men that grow up with that type of mentality. So money is the first thing a girl see when she see you. Man, you can have the sweetest heart in the world, bro. Unless y'all work together and y'all just kicking it on the daily, bro. All she's seeing is your physical or your visuals, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I feel like money adds physical to a guy, you know what I'm saying? You
Mm.
like what you seen on him, you know what I'm saying? You like what he smelled like, you like what he car he drove, but the heart he trying to give you, this knowledge he trying to tell you to your head, you don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? He could be a six-figure man and really got it going, but you not want to learn how he got that. You want to help him spend it.
But even in that situation, you just said you left the girl because you ain't had no money and you ain't had no motion.
Yeah.
And
But
you were terrified that she was going to look up one day and realize. So it's about your mind state. When you come into a situation, you talk to a person, y'all figure out how y'all vibe and how y'all rocking, right? Why you trying to be courted if you vibe with me?
Mm.
You want the Instagram pictures. You want to say you just went out on a date. Why?
No.
You fuck with me already.
No, I want the intentionality, right? Because
I'm letting you know I fuck with you. Like, why you want to go on a
yeah,
date?
yeah, but fucking with me and fucking me is two
Who
different
said
things.
anything
No,
about having
no, because this
sex?
is what happened. A lot of times, women we lead ourselves to have giving a guy like, hey, if I give you the best part of me, he gonna see something real here, and that's where we fuck up. I take accountability in saying that, but what happens is now we're kissing a million frogs, trying to be like, damn, I thought he was a little different, and had I not fucked him and asked him to just take me out, maybe we would have been further. Either way, seems like we get nowhere.
all right, so this is my perspective.
Okay.
Don't
Prior to
take it
being a
personal.
rapper, from 18 to like 24, I was a cook.
Okay.
Like I done did a lot of restaurants in Birmingham, Royal Oak. Like I want to be the Black Emerald once upon a time. You feel me?
Hmm.
So I have a skill set in cooking. Like I can work a knife. You know what I'm saying? I could do certain
You could
things
do
that
that
a lot
shit.
of other men can't do. My granddad once always told me if you only need a woman for what you need a woman for, you could cook and clean, you don't really
Mhm.
need her. You feel what I'm saying? I was raised like that. But if I tell you like, hey, let me cook for you, I'm broke. If I'm like, let's not go out tonight, let me cook. Not knowing that I worked at least bare minimum 4-star restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So like that's a Michelin stars. Like that mean you know something, you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, Guap, when did you meet this girl and ask her, can you cook for her?
I
Did
mean,
you
no,
already establish yourself as a getting money dude that like to go out? Or did you establish yourself as the romantic type who might take you on a picnic date, who might take
so
you home?
me, when I first came off, you got a thug at first. You feel me? Like you wasn't even getting no, like it wasn't no, like prior to rapping, it was no, I ain't had no, I had me. I came to
Mhm.
the table. Like now, like fast forward, I got a lot going for myself, but at one point I didn't. And when I didn't, the girls that was like chasing me was like they wanted the atmosphere, they wanted the whole order of coming across 8 Mile and coming to thug with us. They
Mhm.
wanted to sleep in the trap. You know what I'm saying? My mind, like, why do you want to be here? But I understand now that I'm older, like shit, the girls, bad good girls like bad guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I could have been like, no, don't do this, but it was a lot of time. I was young though. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to now, it'd be like this my secret weapon. Like I might not, I'm like never offering to cook for you unless you know you one of them ones.
Okay, so let me say that because I got a nigga who wanna like cook for me right now, and like I'm open to that. But the difference is I'm very particular about my space. So when he keep being like, I be trying to cook for you and da, da, da," but this is my home.
Oh
You know what I
no,
mean?
no, go to
Like,
go to his house for sure.
you know what I mean?
If
I
you
don't want that. Like, I don't want to prioritize somebody being in my queendom, and you're not my partner. You're not something that's gonna last for a long time just because I got a meal. I literally could cook for myself. You know what I mean? Not to take away from what you're trying to do, but I don't feel comfortable with that. Like, I don't just want somebody in my space at this stage in my age
How
to
about
just.
you just ask him, like, can you find a way to cook for me without us going to each other's house? Because I can think of a million ways that you can cook for somebody without being in the house.
But I'm gonna be honest with you without saying too much. His circumstances is a little complex right now.
I mean he need to get that together before he be trying to do. And that's the thing, like
Yeah.
so.
So you're already uncomfortable in this situation because you're looking at his overall circumstances, right?
Yeah.
So my question to you is, why are you playing with that man?
I'm waiting. I'm patiently hoping that he's gonna figure it out, without me having to exhaust any of my resources or time or energy. But just still let him know that I'm interested. I'm open. Um, I really haven't even been thinking about dating because I'm really trying to get my career off the
That's
ground, you
really the
know?
question. How do you tell somebody you can't talk to them because they ain't got no emotion?
I
Respectfully.
mean, like, see, I feel like you could. All right, see, like right now, right? I got so much stuff going on right now, like personally, brother. If I don't answer the phone, you shouldn't take it personally. If
Mm-hmm.
I don't get
Mm-hmm.
back to you this week, don't take it personal. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because you gotta understand, like, it's money on the floor. And
Period.
right now, you not that, and then you ain't my kids. You not an obligation.
That
You know what I'm
part.
saying? But when you feeling somebody, you gonna make time for what you want. Period. You know what I'm saying? And we know, just like I know, like you could be sleeping on the floor. If she dig with you, she gonna get on that floor with you. Like I
See,
Mm-hmm.
don't
that's
care what
another thing I
nobody
gotta
says.
disagree with, because right now, with me being in the position I'm in, it's like I didn't try like 4 times to link up with somebody. And it's like I'd be like, bro, I didn't even then on Saturday. I'm like, hey, when we leave in Saginaw, I want to link with you. You feel me? Boom. And then what happened? Oh, my bad. We not going to Saginaw tonight, like at night. So I guess we not coming back. And it's like, damn, I'm really trying to link with you, but
Mm-hmm.
are both our lives busy? I'm not talking to somebody where as soon as I free up, they available.
Yeah.
No, as soon as I free up, you busy. And then it's like it's just divine timing ain't ever late. When it's supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen, and believe in that. Don't, like I say, don't come at a dude wrong because it's like, oh, now you want to call me? Now he got time.
Yeah. No, no, no. That's not even
No, I'm not
the.
saying that's what you're
Oh,
doing, but I'm
yeah.
saying just in
It make the
general.
moment better though. Like when,
Yeah.
like if y'all can only see each other due to them circumstances, y'all understand them more. So y'all gonna make the most of the
That's
time
why it's
y'all
knowing
got
your
together.
partner.
And see, I'm horrible because I don't know if zodiac sign got it, but I'm a Gemini. So like, I remember 2 weeks ago he was like, "Well, I keep trying to make time and effort, but his time and effort look different than what I think time and effort look like." So you give me an ultimatum, like, "Well, I'm gonna just stop fucking with you then if you don't see me on a Sunday, like a Sunday, like the one day that I really got to rest and all that." I'm not trying to be on that type of time. But I'm like, shit, okay, cool, no problem. But 2 weeks later, every week on Sunday, here you come hit me up. Now I'm already disinterested because you didn't already show me
Mhm.
your hand where
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you really on some bullshit and you tried to manipulate that and make me guilt into being like, oh, let me hurry up and see you because of that. No.
If somebody give me an ultimatum, I'm choosing the worst every
Me
time. Like
too.
I don't even care. Like
Like
if I
whatever
don't
it
care to
is. I
lose
don't
you
care.
that bad, because if you feel like you can dangle anything over my head, you tripping.
Period. Okay, so y'all want to play a game? We
Yeah.
got Russian roulette here. Um, so I'm gonna let y'all pull y'all cards in y'all trouble. Feel free to like, I ain't got no shots, but y'all got water or whatever y'all drinking. Okay, go ahead.
You wanna go in?
Go ahead.
Oh, y'all, the smoke.
Let me see what card you pull first.
Do I show him or
No, I mean you can.
it say I dare you to log into your bank account or show your bank's balance? Oh wow. All right.
Okay,
Shit.
Who I show?
you can show him. Yeah. Period.
So you want to see mine?
Hey, never talk to you again. Like, oh
Hey, bro,
wow.
let's split it in half, whatever it is.
Oh, her.
Yeah, split that.
Say it's rent time.
Okay. Okay. Period.
It's rent time.
Take a shot if you ever called off a wedding. No.
Okay. Okay. Nah. Take a shot if you ever dropped your kids off at your mom's house and went out of town. Now, my mom is deceased, but like shit, if she was, I would just tell her, like, hey, I'm dropping Aspen off. Like, I'm headed to Miami.
Take a shot if you ever sucked dick or got head with a condom. Um, I ain't never got head with a condom. I feel like that's childish. I feel like if you got
Really?
to give me head with a condom, I'm straight on it.
No. See, I think of it as like I'm trying to protect myself because niggas' dicks be everywhere. So I'm not
Why
trying
you
to.
even playing with him then?
I'm straight on
Why
it.
is everything playing with him though?
Because you're
How?
setting yourself up for failure and then saying, I got to protect myself. Bro, you're
You're-
already playing with somebody you don't trust. Why?
No, I don't care. Well,
Once again, the dude you were just talking about, when are you going to talk to him again?
he caught, so he want to hang out
You
tonight.
still talking to him when you know for a fact y'all don't have a future.
That's because of him. It's not me. Like, what you want me to do?
Stop playing with
But no. Like with a condom, I just think about it. It's like you'll deal with a guy, and then you'll realize like all the bitches who he just like hooked up with, and it's just like, ugh. Like, what am I gonna say for my husband if I'm out here necking every guy that I meet? Like, that makes no sense for me. So I just, mm-mm.
And I feel like Drake in these situations, like, is anything I'm doing brand new?
Right,
Like, I don't know.
Go ahead. Oh,
No, I really think the answer is no. I just got to really think about it to make sure. So, okay. Yeah, no, it's no for sure, for sure. Take a shot if you fucked your friend's ex. Yeah, no, that's a no.
Have you ever fucked a friend ex?
They weren't my friend, but like
Oh.
a person I know, yeah. Like I feel like, bro, if you're not my main man's, bro, I'm not simple. You would do it to me, like.
Okay. Fuck the friend ex. No. I like it's a girl code. Like it's a girl code. Even though I feel like some bitches slight me all the time.
So how's it a code?
Because not everybody know the code. Like everybody don't respect it. But also too, it's this thing that I call the hungry hippo theory, where like bitches just really like want to fuck every guy around and then be mad when he make a genuine connection with a girl who you was a sneaky link. Like nobody knew you exist. So how can you be mad? Like,
Hey, so let me say, I would never fuck my friend's girl or ex or baby mama or none of that. But if I know you, whether we grew up together, went to school together, and we ain't friends, and you not my day one or every day, your bitch not safe.
oh, okay. So creatively, how do y'all all get along and like decide on all the decision making and the things that go into y'all platform?
There's personal perspective.
Yeah, I feel like everybody got
You
unique
do whatever you wanna
personality
do, I
too.
do. Like we were able to like come together and be like, bet, let's make this happen. And then from there is how much effort we put into it, right? He has his own niche. I have my own niche. You feel me? Like Hayes has his own niche. Ty has his own niche, right? Everybody. I'm at the point in time where I'm not even holding certain conversations when they're talking about certain things. I'm logging off because
Right.
that's not my conversation, right? And then same thing with everybody else. And so from there, it's like even then with me now, the difference between going into a studio and being live and being actually in the field running around, it's like you can do whatever you want to do. So from there, if it's something that hit the fan where it's like we ain't comfortable with this, it's gonna be brought up. But for the most part,
Okay.
And this is more like our business. You feel what I'm saying? So like me, I rap and act, so I'm in front of a camera. So
Period.
with this right here, I don't need to be in the front of the camera for it to move. Like this whole like coming here was a behind it, something I did behind the scenes. You feel me? So it's four of us. Within the four of us, we all should bring something to the table.
Yeah.
Because if all we bring is forks, that means somebody don't need to be at the table. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And I'm rooting for my dogs just like they rooting for me. So like, why it's just us two? It's two people that ain't here. When it's them, I'm not like, man, you should have called me.
Yeah.
Like, did you represent us?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
That's all I
real.
care about. So, and then we all bring fan bases too. We all bring people that know us. Like True is he more of a conscious person. So them conversations that he holding, this people he got likes out here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Me, like I just be kicking it. Like I move the same way everywhere I'm at. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you ever meet another rapper, actor, producer, outreach specialist person like Guap, let me know. Cause I just be, you feel me?
That's how I
I
feel.
be chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't do too much and then like all that like that. And like I said, we all humans at the end of the day. So I ain't judging. What's up?
Yeah.
like even from there, like we didn't held conversations where as he's posting, he like, hey man, you feel me? And I'm like, hey bro, I'm not even jumping on that post. That's some
Yeah.
low vibrational shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, but this is why we're not all posting off my personal page. You
Yeah.
feel me? This is the personal perspective page. You feel
Yeah.
me? So from there, it's you have this vulnerability to do how much work you want to put in with nobody being on your back, but also in the same aspect. The more you see other people doing, it's like, dang, I want to do that too.
Yeah.
Like, dang, why you ain't call me? It was like, shoot, bro, we told you we was out doing
And what
shit.
I love is that y'all create a healthy boundary for y'all to be able to express y'all discomfort if y'all don't want to hop on something. Because in this industry and in relationships as a whole, it's just like you can't never tell a bitch no. Like you can't never tell somebody like I'm uncomfortable with that actually, or give them critique for accountability. And it's just like, oh, they don't know how to handle that. So I think that's dope as
I
fuck.
think that's the hugest thing for formulating a team because that's something that we even still go accountability, right? Holding yourself accountable, holding your teammates accountable. So, like I say, I'm not going to pressure you to do anything, but if you tell me you're going live on Wednesdays, I'm going to ask you why you didn't go live yesterday.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No,
But
that's real.
And then like us being individuals in the same sense like this, like we got some people that say things that people don't agree with. And then I'm out in public and I'm like, damn, Guap, what's up with your man? You feel me? He be
Yeah.
tripping. And then it got to the point where my mama and my older cousins and my older generations done seen us, you know what I'm saying, move. And they were like, oh, that's him, that woo woo woo. But he got to account for the stuff that he said. Cause you ain't hear me say that out of my mouth. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real. That's real.
like everybody on the podcast that comes on, guest or host, this is your personal perspective. You got to go talk to that man.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
Okay, so on Mouthy Podcast, we like to do this thing, Pearls of Wisdom. And so in honor of like I always try and put it to the younger self or young people who could be listening, especially with young black boys. I think it's so important. I don't know why I feel like young black boys get left out of conversation a whole lot of time until nobody listens to them until they're men, right? And so what advice would you have for a young boy that either have experienced some of the things that y'all have gone through or, you know, could just have their own battles that they're dealing with right now mentally?
find a way to express yourself that's not physical, right? Yeah, go boxing, go running, go join the football team, do all that, but you should be at some point in time saying things,
Yeah.
right? You should know how to say, because even if you're not able to say it to the person, even if you have nothing else, do poetry, do music, right?
Yeah.
You should be able to go in that room, and even if it's a mine, I wrote this for you, and slide it across the table because you don't know how to tell her how you feel.
Yeah.
Find a way to express yourself. You feel me? And then you're gonna so nobody can say you didn't try to express yourself.
No,
and,
that's
and a
true.
lot of times you gotta find your own way, and that's the hard part.
All right.
I would say go for gold or go for nothing at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a motto I live by every day. Like, I don't want to be in second place, you know. And if you don't settle for less than, try again and do it right, you know. And for you to out here lost, like understand you do got something to lose. Cause once you die, it ain't no redo. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when people like, cause I understand how I feel to be like, nobody else give a fuck. Why would I? You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, you gotta make it to the point where you're gonna meet people that do. But you gotta
Yeah.
get there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like crashing out ain't the way because once you sit in prison, all you every day until the day you release, you thinking about what you could have did. You replaying this 20
over
years
and
down your
over
head.
and over and
And
over again.
I could say like experiencing like a lot of the old heads know what they talking about, but a lot don't, bro. But so I say, man, be willing to listen, but don't be no fool, man. Like
Yeah.
straight up, like
And most importantly, I feel like, well, not most importantly, because all this is important, but find your boundaries, find what you stand on, right? Figure out who you are as early as you can, because that's going to force you to talk, right? You're not going to be able to go with them when you've already told yourself that's not something you wanted to do.
Yeah.
But when you wake up every morning all willy-nilly, you don't know what your intentions are, you don't know what your plans are. When you go to that group, when you hit that block, when you go into that classroom, when you walk anywhere, you're going to allow people to guide you how they want to guide you. But if you know, no, I don't even like hooping. I'm not about to come
Yeah.
to the court with y'all. You feel me?
and then
Y'all don't even hoop.
I tell my youngins this, man, like fuck them. You know what I'm
Fuck them.
saying?
No.
Like that's one thing you gotta know. Like they might not love you the way you want to be loved, but if you love yourself, that's all that matters. When somebody asks you what you bring to the table, I am the table. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You gotta carry yourself in the rooms like that. Cause some people not gonna see your value. You could leave a diamond on the ground and they don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
I was
So
just gonna say that, like, yeah, like just carry yourself a value, young black boys, because like the world may not necessarily see your value in the way that you know you have it, but we all possess some amazing gift and like have something to instill not only to each other but like to the world.
But go find that.
Mm-hmm.
Go find that, because because there's a lot of people out here who are in certain situations that like I've seen where it's like, I'm not sure what you think you bring to the table, but I know you bring a whole lot of chaos. And it's because you've had people hyping you up your whole life because of your wardrobe. You've had people hyping you up because of your friends and who you knew. Where it's
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm trying to figure out what you do
Yeah.
besides being places. And it's like some people don't know the answer to that. So as you say, even if somebody feel like Guap getting a big head at any point in time, he got a resume to break down,
Yeah.
right? So have your big head as much as you want, but be ready for somebody to call you on it, right? And then as long as you got them two things, you unstoppable.
Period.
definitely. And if I was to do one more thing, I
Go
had to
ahead.
say,
I
Like
mean,
this
do
is
your
my
hey, look, cause
thing.
look, I had to say this too.
thing.
Like, man, you gotta understand. Like, if I'm telling a young brother, man, don't waste no time, man. Cause if anything else, man, you could buy a million rollies, but you can't buy time back. You know what I'm saying? And we all want to be certain somewhere right now. You know,
Yeah.
it steps to that. Rome wasn't built overnight. You know what I'm saying? The world wasn't fucked up in a day. You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
and you got to understand that. So, when you feel like you got all the time in the world, you don't, because it'll catch up with you quick. You know what I'm
So
saying?
quick.
So, I feel like value every second like it's your last, because it can be.
Yeah. So let the people know how they could find you or support you in any way if you want to be found. If not, then that's cool too.
Depending on what you're looking for.
Right.
If you want to do some music, acting, get some beats, tap in with me at CMC __ Guapo. You can email me on some mental health stuff. You know, if you want to get some resources, I do Narcan trainings, I do trauma training series. So if you know you got organization, tap in with me, and you know we can get on professional level too.
Yeah. And
Uh,
don't forget to tell them about your event coming up, right?
He was gonna do
Oh, okay. Well,
it.
go here. There you go.
like I say, at the end of the day, I am everything that is ESC. So if you looking for a treatment, you looking for a movie script, you looking for somebody to come run your audio in your movie, you looking for a contractor who ain't gonna rock your house up, you feel me, who go get you at a decent price, you feel me. If you looking for a public speaker, if you looking for a motivational speaker, a spoken word artist, if you looking for anything you looking for, even if we can't mention it right now,
Okay, period.
go on e.s.e.connected and get connected. You feel
Okay,
me? Like we connected. Whatever you looking for is there. Just say the right words when you call.
And
period.
find us at the personal
Underscore.
perspective _ podcast. And make sure anybody that's listening, July 9th, we
The
got an
bigger
event,
picture
the bigger
event.
picture.
It's everything, right? So whatever you do, whatever brand you're immersing, we don't care if you sell clothes, if you sell food, if you're a DJ, a photographer, a lawyer, a teacher, a community counselor, a therapist, a massage therapist, if you make crystals, if you tow cars, whatever you do, if you tap in with ESC Connected, if you tap in with Personal Perspective Podcast, tap in with CMC Guapo, Truly Certified, whoever you tap in with, we go be able to figure out how to get you immersed into the event. Okay, we got podcast ciphers, we got the daycare for the kids,
Aw.
we got discussion tables, opening up community gardens around the city, we got plant-based foods, we got stuff for the meat eaters, we got healing sessions, we got meditation, grounding work, right? Anything
Just
on-site
aw. Yeah.
on-site barbers, on-site makeup artists. We got performances. We still got performance slots open. So if you a rapper or artist, tap in. We doing an art gallery, a bookstore. If you got art, if you got books, whatever you got, come sell it or come buy it at the bigger picture event, or just come listen in to some dope conversations and get involved with the community, because that's really the most important part. And we still looking for any donations for the kids. We looking for people to help out with kid activities, face painters,
Okay.
and ain't nobody called in donated a bounce house yet. So I don't know how to feel about that.
I got a cousin who got bounce houses, so I'm about to work that right now.
Admission is
appreciate you.
$3. You know, anybody can get $3 and come on, rock out. Like I said, if you don't know you need a resource, it's gonna be there for you. It might not be there for you, but it might be there for somebody you know. So
Admission is $3, like he said.
come out, support what we doing, because we supporting y'all. This is a form of supporting y'all in a sense. Like, we know bigger than the community, we know more important than the community, we are the community. So with that being said,
It's everybody support
everybody
everybody.
supports everybody. That's the movement. Like I said, like True always say, we all are a piece to a puzzle that is a perfect picture, but we are a piece. So if we all come together, we get to see the bigger picture.
And that's why this event is titled The Bigger Picture, July 9th on Wyoming and 6 Mile. Like we said, tap into the Instagram page e.s.e.connected. It's a 9-hour event. So
Oh,
if you
period.
can't come in the morning, come at night. If you can't come at night, come in the morning. Stop by for 30 minutes. Do what you do. You're not even gonna lose. It's $3.
Yeah. So it's your girl, Miss Mouthy. Thank y'all again for coming in. And so I'll be at the event. If you want to come tap in with me, you know where to find me. And it's your girl, Miss Mouthy. Even when you what? Don't see me, you hear me. Till next time. Bye.